the mugshot, we've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
I'm just going to say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face. First of all, if I was at that
conference, yeah.
I'd have got up and walked out. That was an insult to all black people.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
To insult black people who have been discriminated against all these years, to put them in the same category, I was just offended.
And you ain't black.
Former NBA star, sports analyst, and commentator for TNT, Charles Barley has an added touch moment when he states that he would punch any black person in the face if he saw them wearing a Donald Trump mugshot t-shirt. Let's check it out. But first, please like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell so you never miss a clip. And with that, let's get into it.
The former president raised a lot of eyebrows with these comments while talking to listen to the audience, a black conservative conference. He said this.
I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. The mugshot, we've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
All right, before anything, black people do wear fucking celebrities. There, you can even buy celebrity mugshots of like famous rappers. Rappers even, I think Drake iconically wore a Free Meek Mill t-shirt, you know, with his mugshot. There is mugshot pictures of a lot of Jimi Hendrix. People love his mugshot photos. There's mugshot photos of YG. A ton of artists, Young Thug, people wear his a t-shirt with his mugshot. It is a part of that culture. It's hip-hop culture. It's crazy to me to think that Donald Trump, an old white billionaire, is more in touch with hip-hop culture, but he's always been. I mean, he's always been in the culture. You know, he's, you know, goes to UFC fights. I don't think I've ever seen Charles Barkley at a UFC, you know, main event or anywhere. They've never panned him, you know. So I don't think I think he's really divorced from the culture first and foremost. And another thing that I do want to say about Charles Barkley sold his soul to media. Allegedly, he did the ritual where he put on the dress and acted and wore makeup like a woman. So, you know, he's a part of the elite. They did the humiliation ritual, supposed humiliation ritual on him. He wore the dress. He put on the makeup. He's in, you know, a legacy media platform, TNT. Also with this show, Gale, King, and Charles Barkley on CNN, which is absolutely tanking. They're down 20% from, you know, launch. They launched in November. They have lost 20% of viewers because no one wants to hear two old, out of touch fucking people talk about current events and how people are wrong. But let's go on.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of all, I'm just going to say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Charles.
No, Gale.
Charles.
Gale.
You really can't say that because you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely. I'm gonna just tell you something.
And then you will be arrested for assault. And then what?
I'm gonna bail myself out and go celebrate. If I
don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Okay.
This fucking guy sounds out of touch, dude. It's crazy that the Republican Party is like the one that's like wag your finger and like yell at you and like don't do this, or you know that they have that repertoire, that stigma that they're the old, you know, fucking lame asses. But damn, more and more that I think about it, dude, the fucking left is so lame. Like they become so old and out of touch. It's crazy how lame these fucking people have gotten. Like, God, dude, they can't even take a joke. Like, obviously Donald Trump is not saying that all black people fucking go to prison or fucking go to jail, but a part of the culture, in urban culture, in hip hop culture, which black people are the predominant driving, you know, group in that culture. A lot of that stems from them. He is right. Black people Eminem wearing the free fucking yayo shirt, at the, music awards. It's been shown in a lot of cases where I think Juice World War, Triple X Tentacion's fucking Mugshot. It's been, you can go on and on of Mugshots t-shirts being worn by celebrities, free so-and-so, free the homie, whoever. It's a part of it. It's in the music. They're always talking about freeing or a mugshot. It's very common. And for Charles Barkley to, really, I don't know, try to downplay and not act like he doesn't understand what Donald Trump's talking about is crazy.
But go ahead.
Seriously.
Continue.
First of all, if I was at that
conference,
I'd have got up and walked out. That was an insult
What
to
a
all black
bitch.
people.
And insult to all black people. God, dude, these people have been fucking. It has to be programming. They have to be told to say these things because they are fucking crazy. Like, they've really lost their fucking minds. Especially when, if you watch the beginning of this clip, obviously, where, no one seemed to have a problem with Joe Biden saying, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're not black. It's like, that's fucking insulting.
Problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Basically just saying, and first of all, to compare black history where we've been discriminated against to his plight.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's a billionaire. And they're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. They're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. And for him to
It's still
compare...
in the court system, Charles. We have to wait. It's still in the court system. But continue.
Well,
continue.
Some of the stuff is true. They did storm the Capitol. They did say that...
Well, they did storm the Capitol, but they still haven't proved that it was incited by Donald Trump, as when he was still giving his speech on that day, when he was still talking, they were already in the process of storming the Capitol. But we won't even get into that because that's a whole fucking can of worms. But so
The election was stolen. Those aren't lies, Gale.
wait, did he just say the election was stolen? Those aren't lies? Whoa, that's crazy. Even the Times Magazine admits that they stole the fucking election. There's a magazine article about it, how they did things that, they didn't steal the election in the sense of, creating fake ballots or duplicate ballots or any of that stuff. I just mean that they, blocked news stories. They, highlighted certain things and didn't highlight other things. He played basketball. He knows that sometimes you don't have to rig the game by, all you have to do is call a couple penalties one way and not call penalties other way, and the game 100% changes. So he definitely knows that it doesn't take much to rig things.
Those are
They
facts.
did say that. They did say that.
But to compare, I would have got up and walked out because it's not a fair comparison. He's a billionaire. He's had a great life. He's been president of the United States. To insult black people who have been discriminated against all these years, to put them in the same category, I was just offended. I mean, I really was.
Some people question, if he is a billionaire. There's always conversation.
Okay, he's not fucking questioning he's not saying, oh, I'm like you, the whole history of black people, I'm in agreement. He's just saying, yo, they keep coming after me. They keep trying to catch me lacking, for lack of a better words, pun intended. But he keeps saying, yo, they keep trying to come after me. They keep coming up with new charges. They're finding a way. And he's saying black people, especially urban black people that have notoriously said, oh, the police and this and that, they'll try to come after you and they'll plant stuff on you. It's in the music. It's in the culture, so I don't know if Charles Barkley's out of touch or, they tell him, hey, whatever Trump agrees with, you disagree with. So, he's a part of CNN now, so obviously he has to toe a line. And he's a bot man. He's essentially a propaganda puppet now for CNN and whatever CNN's agenda is. But for him to act like it's not in, black or hip hop culture or urban culture, or even in the ghettos to, Latino like myself and black cultures, we have notoriously, dealt with, police and, the excuses, oh, they're trying to get us or whatever. So it's in the music, so for Donald Trump, a supposed white, out of touch, not a billionaire that has nothing to do with, have no relationship with black people, for him to understand the culture more than Charles Barley is fucking nuts. I'm like, bro, you play basketball. You literally made it. You're in TV. You are also out of touch with the regular person. So don't try to stand on this moral high ground that Donald Trump is out of touch, because you sound insanely out of touch when you said you're gonna punch black people in the face for wearing Donald Trump mugshot t-shirts, which also they could be trolling him. Like, they could be making fun of Donald Trump by wearing those t-shirts. It's crazy for me to hear for the left to always say that they're the tolerant ones, to always sound so intolerant. It's crazy to me. But that's the clip I wanted to share. I just want to listen to a little bit of it so you could hear it and give my takes and my opinions on it. Comment down below. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe Charles Barkley's 100% bright. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Maybe Charles Barkley, you will agree with 100% with Charles Barkley saying, yeah, punch black people in the face for their opinions. That's a new one, right? If you are now subscribing to punching black people in the face that you disagree with, hey, I'm here for it. Let's do it. If you want to see a video of me breaking down the details of the passing of Laken Riley, the 22-year-old nursing student out of Athens, Georgia, and the mayor of Athens, Georgia, absolutely taking zero accountability for the circumstances his policies directly created, and me absolutely torching him for it and giving my critiques, click this box right here, or it'll be right here, somewhere there. But thanks for watching. That's all for now. Till next time, later.